Hey, I'm Mo.
I'm Nina.
And this is
Just Cuz. I
JustCuz.
don't even know what episode this is, but
Watch this one and all the ones that came before it.
there you go. It doesn't have to be in chronological order either. That is the beauty of this thing here. Is like you can tap in whenever you feel like it. Boom. Tap
Go
in.
with whatever titles appeal to you, because if you run those views up, we'll know what to talk about. Because our last episode got so many views in 24 hours. It was last? Oh, we haven't dropped the last one. I think that's partially my fault.
It's my fault too. Did you drop the MI problem? Okay, so I was just mentioning
equal. Yep. Alright. So yeah. Wait, what was that episode about?
We talked about how I was going through something, and we talked about, honestly guys, I just get lost in the sauce, like, to where I don't even know what we talk about after we leave our studio. I don't know what the hell we talk about.
But this isn't a podcast. This is just like a recorded conversation.
Yeah, so we just be talking, and I get lost in the sauce, and then it's not until the playback and the editing process I'm like, oh, that's what we talking about.
Did you already eat one of these?
One I did, yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
so Janine cooked again. I'm the luckiest girl in the world.
Oh.
Today we have shrimp empanadas. Is this? No, it's not. Well, I've already done payback for that. When you canceled on one of our dates and you were like, I'll feed you next time?
Yeah, that was last week.
Okay. So this is just extra, I believe.
Yeah, I just feel like a girl's gotta eat. A girl's gonna drink. So why not offer?
I've been fed and I've drank so much today.
Oh, well, give me my shit back. You see? Terrible.
Abundance.
Okay.
All I'm gonna do is share the wealth eventually.
Perspective.
I'm gonna share tonight. So,
did you have a good week?
I have a bad week. I can't think of nothing amazing that happened.
It was like a flat line.
Yeah, I didn't go see nobody. I saw you!
Mm-hmm.
That was all I did this week. What was that? Wednesday? Thursday?
Wednesday.
Okay. So yeah, that's all I did this week. Had a hump day. Did not do Thirsty Thursday. I didn't get any unexpected bills in the mail, so that's amazing.
That's all I did.
I didn't lose no money. So yeah, I had a good week. Did you have a good week?
I had a good week. Wednesday was my cousin's graduation, so I got to go celebrate that. I got to hang out with my family, went out to eat, got drunk. It was really, really nice. And I just feel like when I'm around my family, they put a battery in my back. Like, it's so amazing, and I want to do it more. My brother and my little cousin came over to my house afterwards for an after party. That's when I saw Mo. And it was like, when we go on tour for whatever we go on tour for, they have to
come. If nobody else comes,
Reggie and Charles are coming. They're like the greatest hype men, and they just were speaking so much life into us in our situation. So
we did the electric slide. They thought it was the best thing.
The way the electric slide was wild.
I think they were full of shit and drunk, just hyping us up. But there's no way. I don't know. We need recording all the time. We need to be constantly recording, because that could have been a flip.
No, man, I think that they meant that shit, because like even growing up, like I would line dance with my family. Charles and Reggie did it.
They were too young. Well, Reggie was.
Well, Reggie and Charles, I thought they said that. Yeah, they were too young, I guess.
Yeah. So, shot o'clock.
Shot o'clock. Let's do it.
Oh, man. Have you been drinking today?
Because Wednesday, we had a time on Wednesday, didn't work on Thursday. Then
you didn't go?
I woke up in a frenzy.
You told me you felt like calling out.
No, that was today. I just don't
keep it going.
Yeah, I just might as well. But so like I woke up 25 minutes late. I woke up in a frenzy, went upstairs because I fell asleep downstairs. Went upstairs and I went to clock in and I was like, nope. I did the call off number. I was like, yeah, I don't feel well and the meds aren't working, so I'll holler at y'all later.
Oh well. And that's why I just clocked out early today, because I've been looking at the schedule all week and I'm noticing like, damn, ain't nobody here, only 3 people here, only 8 people here. No one's working. I'm the only dumbass that keeps showing up. So today I was like, it's already done.
I just feel like as much as I do when I do show up, which is like 90% of the time, I deserve a random call out. And I think it should show you like other people need to step up a little bit.
Yeah, I never I've had one random call out in a year. I just don't do it. It's so bad. I'm a slave. But it's okay. Somebody said the other day, they was like, no, I know you going to work. If you don't do nothing else, you going to work. And I'm like, yeah, that's terrible.
But I will say that I'm really like, I'm inspired by you and Ariel, because it's like, if it's one thing y'all gonna do, not inspired.
I don't go to work like that. I mean, I work, but I'm not a hard worker.
You're not a hard worker, but like you get your shit done, whether that be your actual 9 to 5 goals you personally set. Like it's like, oh, even if I'm gonna stay out, I'm gonna make sure that I gym. Like you still hit the things you want to hit. Ariel was over here working on her fucking doctorate paper and like dissertation, doctorate paper, dissertation, tomato. And she was like, take your shots. And I'm like, there's one thing about you, you're gonna get it done.
Oh, cheers.
Once
get it done.
Am I the problem? So, Am I the Problem is where we share, or you all share, because we've been getting a lot of submissions lately, and issue a thought, a dilemma, and we tell you, or we help figure out who is the problem in the situation. If you want to submit a problem, you can slide inside of our DMs. If you know us personally, you can text us. You can email us at thejustcuzpodcast@gmail.com, or you can text the podcast at 678-829-7713. Let me get here. Hey ladies, I had to get a second opinion on this one. I'm what some would call a social butterfly. Others would even go as far to say I'm a flirt, but I don't believe in labels. I'm happily married and have been married, and have been with my husband for a very long time. I generally don't want to be with or explore anything with anyone else. I'm a textbook, my man. However, sometimes I respond to someone inside of my DMs. I never slide first. I'm never complimenting or giving someone the illusion it's anything more than friendly. I just like to converse. Recently, I was awakened to a crock hitting me dead in the back of my head in a DM conversation pulled up on my phone. The safest to solve this case of domestic dispute, in my opinion. I will say,
domestic violence is not funny.
that was a domestic dispute. We ain't say violence, and I feel like a crock is kind of like a pillow.
Nope.
like it got the point across, but it probably didn't.
A crock is kind of like a Roku remote.
No, it is.
Like it ain't gonna fuck you up, but ow.
I'm not laughing at your pain, girl. I'm sorry. I will say it's obvious that the guy likes me and was doing all the things, complimenting me every time I posted, offered to send cash app dates, etc., etc. Although I entertained the conversation, it was clearly one-sided, as I never hyped him up, gave him compliments, told him I liked him, had FaceTime or phone calls, agreed to link in person, nothing. It stayed in the DM. Even still, my husband is upset because married women shouldn't be entertaining conversation. Am I the problem for feeling like my husband's overreacting? Because technically, I didn't cheat.
Everybody's definition of cheating is different, I guess. It is, not I guess. Everybody's definition is different. And while I don't feel like that person was cheating, somebody else might.
Yeah, obviously.
But that doesn't mean they were.
Yeah, I say like you are the problem, but you're not the problem. You are the problem in the sense of like, okay, we have to acknowledge the fact that you have to consider your spouse's feelings, right? Like, and that's what you do. If whenever you're in a committed relationship, married, etc., you have to consider other people's feelings. And it's like, if your person sees you being hella friendly, hella flirty with somebody else, damn the details, it just doesn't look right. It does look weird.
That's why I tell on myself.
You should tell on yourself.
That way you won't think it's nothing crazy. Like for instance, I found this green stuff in the backseat of my car. And I opened the door and I was like, oh my God, and I showed my baby dad. I was like, look what I found in my car. And he was like, well, you have to know whose it is. I'm like, I don't get in my back seat. I don't know how long it's been back there. My kid don't ride in the back seat. Literally nobody ever gets in my back seat. So I don't know how long it's been there. But I told you, just in case if shit come up, you can't be like, oh, that's where such and such came from, probably.
So like you tell like a little bit.
I tell enough. I don't know, cause okay, it depends. If I'm worried about getting found out or caught, I will tell everything before somebody else can tell you. If it's another situation where I don't think it's gonna get out, I don't think you know, I'm only gonna tell you what you ask me.
That's why words and questions are important.
Yeah.
Leading the witness, is that what that's called?
Exactly. You can't just be, I'm not gonna just pull it out and be like, hold on, just tell her yourself.
As someone, like, would you say you have a flirty personality?
No.
Alright. I feel like.
Would you say I have a flirty personality?
It depends. I've seen it. But I feel like, I think everybody, like, low-key, like, sometimes you just get into, like, a flirty bag. Or some people mistake, like, just being witty and funny and just, like, hitting, you know what I'm saying? Just being, like, an interesting conversationalist. That's being flirty.
So, I was having this argument with this nigga today because he was mad because I said, if it was any other circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to bag me. Like if we were out and you bet me, and he's like adamant. This has been going on for like 2 weeks now. He's adamant that he would have been able to bag me. And I'm like, absolutely not. No matter how much, he was like, because I can talk a good game. I was like, no matter how much you talk, and no matter how much I listen in the beginning, I'm probably not going to continue the conversation after I leave your presence.
So why did the situation work so why did you guys start talking? Like, why was it successful?
Because I know of you. I know of you. This is my first introduction to you.
But I'm already familiar.
I am familiar with you. Versus bumping into you on the street. I don't know you. I don't know your people. I don't know what side of town you come from. I don't know shit about you. So I'm more than likely going to just miss this whole interaction once we part our ways.
And I think that's a good point too. And that was going to be my point, kind of.
What?
When it comes to flirting, I feel like flirt's like, it could seem like it's something.
It's a fine line between.
We could be like laughing and but like once I leave your presence, like I could give a fuck. Like it means absolutely nothing. And I think that it's important to know who you're dealing with. And some people are just flirty and they don't mean anything by it, but you have to know that that's your person.
Nah, fuck that. If the tables was returned, if the tables were turned, your nigga can't be flirty or friendly.
But if I know that that's a personality trait, like for instance, my dad's a big ass flirt. I know it, mommy knows it, the whole family knows it. We just know like he is. He don't mean anything by it. He can't help it. Like that's just who he is. So
that's where you get that shit from.
Yeah, but but my mom is also anyway. So it's like if that's your personality trait and I know that that's you, I can't be mad at it. But if you're just being flirty to spite me or being flirty because like you genuinely like this person, yeah, I'm gonna feel a little bit differently about it.
I would still be mad. Even though I walk into this shit knowing you a friendly nigga, if you continue to be friendly, like you got me already.
But there is also a fine line. I think the point that she made was like it was very one-sided. I'm not giving the illusion that I like him. And it never went anywhere beyond that. Like, even though he's like trying to link and trying to do all these things, it never went past that. So, technically you did fuck up, but it was like walking a thin line. You were like teeter-tattering.
I would be like, I'd rather go through somebody's shit and see that versus to see them reaching out to somebody and they're getting played.
That's the worst.
Yeah, like, ooh, thanks. So, yeah, if I see that you just thirsty as fuck and ain't nobody giving you no play, that's going to piss me off more than you flirting too much. And then you can also tell because anything that's going on in the DMs, it's nothing going on. Like, we would be interacting in real life.
Yeah, like, the conversation would not be going
still in the DMs. So, like, my conversation with Buddy in the DMs stopped like 2 months ago. We might send each other a video or a meme here and there, but there's no like flirting.
Actual, yeah.
But I also don't post no more either. Not me.
I mean, sometimes you gotta reach a point in your relationship where you know.
I'm about to get off social media. But anyway, is this the problem? In my eyes, no, she is not the problem. You said it didn't go outside of the DM, so. If nothing physical happened and you clearly don't think about this person once you log out of this app, then no.
I think the fact that the conversation thread was still there is kind of telling too. Like, Because I feel like women aren't dumb. I feel like we're way better at
if I cared about something, it would be hard.
If it was really something, like, evidence wouldn't be there. Interesting.
And this is why I don't go through phones, because I feel like if it's there, if it's not there, I'm gonna make it there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go about something.
If you deleted it already, I'm just gonna assume if it's not there, you deleted it already.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Well, guys, let us know. What do you think? Who's the problem in this situation? It's Mental Health Awareness Month. And last week we hinted and tiptoed around the fact that I was going through something. That's why I had to see Mo and I had to make up for it and cook for her, etc., etc. And off camera, I was like, girl, I don't know, I might be depressed. And I was really being extra because I don't like to speak certain things over my life. So when I am going through something, I just call it I'm going through something. And so I think that it would be cool if we shared like some like not personal stories or anecdotes.
What the hell?
But just like share like little tips or tricks or things that we do to get ourselves up out of a funk, or things that we would like to implement if the time comes again.
I'm depressed. Like, I'm not actively depressed, but I feel like every other day it goes back and forth. Like, whenever I'm bored or don't have a thrill, I feel like I'm not doing enough and I could be doing so much more, and I get in a slump. So I feel like I'm like semi-depressed, but I could be going through whatever and I'm still gonna have a ball. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, again, like we learn these words, or words like lose their weight, but I feel like to be like, oh, I'm depressed. Of course, it's a spectrum and there's levels, etc. But I just know that I don't ever want to be like depressed. I'm just going.
No, because you have more control mentally than you don't let the emotion control you. You control the emotion.
Therefore, I won't cause.
So
depression.
you can, like I can feel hurt, I can feel sadness, I can feel pain and regret, and I can also choose to feel better.
Yes, that's one of the pointers. So my first thing is, hey, first acknowledge the fact that you're not okay and like address it head on. Because something that I like to do, or that I have done, is I compartmentalize things, or I'll pretend like it's not happening and I'll dig it deep and I'll like bury it deep, right? And either it'll cause me to have to like go through it longer and it drags, or it'll pop up later randomly and it's not fun for any of the parties involved.
I just laugh and act like it never happened. And even if it is happening, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I can't do anything about anything that's already done.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything about, like, I don't want to predict the future or try to predict the future because it never goes the way you predict. So predicting the future is anxiety, and living in the past is depression.
Okay.
But if you stay in the present moment, like anything you're depressed about, you're not depressed about. Like when you first wake up, nothing has happened to you today.
You're thinking about some old shit.
Yeah. So you have to let it go, the past and the present. You can't control, like, the shit gonna work itself out or it's not. And if it's not working itself out, you're dead and it doesn't matter. Not to be too morbid.
I mean, let's just get straight to the point. And I think that piggybacks into what you were saying. It's like, hey, like happiness is a choice, right? Or at least that's a theory, and I know it's harder for some. But like, let's address it. For instance, if I don't feel pretty, I don't feel good. Like, I'm mentally fucked up, right? So I was like, okay, I worked out 3 times this week.
I'm so proud.
So it's like, it just figure out what it is and start working towards fixing it.
Or just let it be. These bills gonna keep coming.
Ooh, child.
These niggas gonna keep lying. These hoes gonna keep doing their thing. But yeah, like, shit gonna be what it is. You can't control anything. The only thing you have control over is yourself. So control your emotions, or let them control you. But I mean, you gotta keep going. You have no choice but to keep going. You can give up,
but don't. We need you here. Second thing for me, let your people know what's going on and allow them to be there for you. Not to say you should overshare or like you have to burden anybody with your shit, but like,
I knew you were depressed,
right?
But I wasn't gonna talk about it if you don't talk about it.
That's fair, but I also feel like it could have been on some shit like, hey, well, I'm not really feeling that great. I would like for you to come over, but just know I'm not going to be a fun hand.
Common sense is common with me. I don't need like you to break it down for me. I know when you are not on your shit.
But I also could be like, hey, could you come over, even though I'm not going to be a fun hand?
But you want that though?
But I think
like company.
I I do like company, but I don't know. It kind of depends because it's like I feel like my people just be knowing, even if they don't know, it just like the universe works out to where they like just pop up on me anyway. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I find like, oh, I wasn't expecting this and I really didn't ask for it, but I'm happy it happened.
Oh, I'm not that girl. So when I'm going through it, I don't want to see, hear, talk to, face nobody. I want to be in my shit because I don't want my energy to rub off on you.
And that's why I be like, let me just get low for a second. Let me fall back a little bit because I don't want it to rub off.
Because I'm the type that's not appreciative. So I'm already irritated. Everything about you is going to irritate me. And now I'm just taking out shit on you that it has nothing to do with you. Like my baby daddy's the only person that know. Like I'll be going off and going off and going off. People like, hey, Mo, I didn't do it. And I'll just laugh.
You right.
You didn't do it, so leave me the fuck alone. So, I don't know if this is, kind of. So, it's kind of relationships, but absolutely not. Okay, it is. So, in a relationship, how much are you supposed to share?
A good chunk of it. I feel like a pretty good chunk because it's like I can tell you're obviously going through something. Mm-hmm. If I'm supposed to be your person, better half, etc., like let me go through it with you, or like let me know how I can be of service to help you not be there anymore. Because that'd be so frustrating to me. It's like, dude, I can tell you're going through something. Like, why don't we just
you want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Like you want to take all the worries away. Mm-hmm. Isn't that more of a burden on you? It's like going to fix a machine that you ain't never fixed before.
Maybe that's the itinerary. It's just like you're trying to solve
with no manual though.
With no that's exactly what it is.
Constant troubleshooting.
Constant troubleshooting.
Now unplug it. Turn it off.
Okay. Turn it back. Let's just power drain everything. Let's just give it a full power drain for a minute.
You see that cable? Disconnect that one.
Yeah. All right. Have you talked to your ISP?
That didn't work.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a ticket.
We'll circle back on this. Yeah. And I don't know, like I kind of enjoy like catering and being a fixer-upper.
So
being a shoulder to lean on.
The reason I was asking about sharing was not about like vocally sharing. It was about financially sharing. And you said, but it made sense because I said, how much are you supposed to share? And you said a good bit. That's why I laughed. A good bit. Okay. So here's the scenario. Let's say Amy is married to Malcolm.
Okay, Amy and Malcolm.
Amy had a accident where she had a settlement. Amy got $130,000. Mm-hmm. Amy took her $130,000 and put it in her account. Mm-hmm. Malcolm is talking to his homeboys like, I don't know, I feel away because why she ain't put the money in a joint account? Why I don't have access to the money? Da, 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 da. And I said, so the person that was explaining to me is not Amy or Malcolm, it's a friend of Malcolm. So
of course it's a friend of Malcolm.
Malcolm's friend was like, tell me what you think about this. Do you think this is wrong? And I said, I see both sides of it. Like, I see how you feel. Because he was like, I feel like that's selfish. Why she won't let her man have access to it? I was like, I feel like that's her safety net. And she's clutching to it because maybe she doesn't trust him to have access to it. And I was like, this is what I would do if I had $130,000. Right now, today, hand it to me. Mm-hmm. I would give my nigga, significant other, partner, spouse, whatever, I would give you 30 to fuck off. You can do whatever you want to with it. You can invest it, you can flip it, you can blow it on a bag. Yeah. I don't care. That's your 30 to do whatever you want to. Right. The 100 is mine. Granted, about 10 or 20 of it are going to go to the house. Like, I might pay all the bills this month. Or I might take all the trips this year. I might pay for all, but I'm going to furnish some shit for the house. And I'm going to give you money to fuck off. And I'm going to keep majority of my money. Yeah. And he was like, no, that's selfish. I'm like, what? So do you want to spend my money? No, I don't plan on spending it. I just need to have access to it. So it's more of just like an ego trip because you mad. Because you're insecure and you don't know what I'm doing with this money. Yeah. Now you thinking about all the other shit. Like, is she preparing to leave me? Is she giving it to another nigga? Like, you're too busy being insecure about my money. No, nigga, just know at the end of the day, if both of us lose our jobs today, you know for a fact I'm going to keep us afloat. That's how I feel about it too. Like, sure, maybe we could have put it inside of the joint. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't hide it from you. You know that I have it. You know I have it. And then I think, like your point too, you know I have it, so I'm not about to ask
you to contribute towards pretty much anything for a minute. So therefore, like, really, you do have access to it because you not all the money you would have spent on bills, etc., you can now fuck around with. So, like, at the end of the day, it's really like both of ours.
So the nigga was like, if you got 130, you only gonna give me 30. Like, he felt like I should keep 50 for myself and 80 goes in the joint account. But
I mean, okay.
But I'm the one that went through the pain to get the settlement. Not both of us. Both of us ain't get fucked up in this accident. Only me.
I wonder if it's different because it's the woman that got the
absolutely.
Because if the man got it, you like, no, like, you should have put the whole thing in.
Yeah, you probably gonna pay some of my bills or do some nice shit for me, buy me a bag, take me on a trip. But you're not gonna give me access to 130. And then if I'm giving you 30, be grateful for it because your mama can't give you 30. Your homeboy can't give you 30. Nobody in your life has handed you 30.
Yeah.
So for me to hand you 30 and not expect nothing in return and you feel a way about it, it shows me how ungrateful you are. And you're way too entitled.
So how did things play out for Malcolm and Amy?
Amy keeping her 130 in her account. She go to work every day. They take care of finances with the house with her job money and his job money. They both work jobs. Amy's not coming off her 130, and I don't feel like Amy needs to ever come off her 130.
Are they married or are they
married
in a relationship? I don't know. I feel like the married part just kind of puts a little extra oomph on it. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, we both have access to it. You just don't have it inside your account and you feel away about it.
As Malcolm lost everything today, he know Amy not gonna let him just be down on his dick and broke and hungry and starving. This motherfucker, if she do leave her, because you know this motherfucker got collar money to get y'all through the year, 2 years, and she just chilling with it. So absolutely not. But otherwise, you gotta get out of Amy business. You don't have. If you had your own 130, you wouldn't care about her 130. But now that you see or feel like she's up, now you feel like less of a man, in my opinion.
Yikes.
And it doesn't take the money to make you feel like a man. So. Also with money, finances, relationships. There was a video where this man removed the tombstone, headstone.
I saw that when he found out that the baby wasn't his. That's crazy.
So all the moms are reposting. So for those of you who haven't seen it, this baby died. The baby died the same year it was born. I don't know if it was like the same month, but it was the same year it was born. So it died as an infant, and it had a really nice headstone, and the alleged father, removed the headstone once he found out that that wasn't his baby. And all the moms were reposting it was like, why? Shaking my head. This is what I'm talking about. And I don't think he's wrong.
No, he's wrong. Because I can understand the hurt. I can understand the anger. Because, like, you got to be a dirty bitch to, like, let this man think that it's 100% his kid when like, you know that there's a possibility it wasn't. And I don't like that. But to go as far as to, like, that baby didn't ask to be here. It wasn't that baby's fault. The baby is.
And the baby doesn't know that it has a headstone and doesn't care that it had a
headstone. But
it's the principle that you had me thinking I was mourning my child's death.
So I wonder how he found out if the baby did.
I don't know, but you can still know. No, you can't do that.
So they got a paternity test before, probably.
Autopsy. I don't know, but I don't feel like he's wrong because that's so fucked up for him. You don't know how many nights or how sick he was or how depressed he was or how he wanted to kill himself maybe because his baby was dead. So to go through the mourning of a child and then realize that's not your fucking child, like, he was pissed off. Should he have done it? Who cares? It's his money.
But even though it's not your child, like, it's still a sad situation. A baby died. Fuck that baby?
100%.
Okay. How do you feel about, so I was watching a paternity court or whatever the fuck, and the guy was like basically trying to see whether or not the baby was his, and like he was on some shit like even if she's not mine, I'm gonna still take care of her like it's my kid. How do you feel about that? For me, borderline suck a shit, in my opinion.
I've seen it happen a lot. I don't feel away because I've never been in that predicament. I've never been the kid needing a father, and I've never seen a father that wants to be there for a kid that's not his personally. So, I mean, it can go either way. Shout outs to you for caring enough. Maybe I don't know, maybe he already has this attachment with this child that he doesn't want to lose this relationship. But
I guess you guys would have been entitlement and then figure it out.
But you shouldn't pay child support.
No, and also I almost feel like, let's say on TV in the courtroom, he was like, yeah, even if the baby not mine, I'm gonna still care for it. And then he get home and he really think about it, like, no, fuck that.
Yeah,
like,
everybody in your ear.
and everybody in your ear, and then you decide, okay, I'm not gonna be there for the kid. I bet the woman now feels some sense of how could you? Like,
yeah, because bitches be entitled.
the bitch
Just like the lady whose baby died and she got another man to pay for her baby tombstone. Like, no.
Oh, so you wanted the money back.
Yeah. I want my tears. I can't get my tears back.
So give me this.
Yeah, so give me this. Y'all not, no, you and your real baby daddy gonna come look at the headstone that I paid for the rest of your life? You're out of your mind. That's crazy.
People are.
That's why I can never be a step parent though, because I don't care. If I didn't birth it, that's not.
Oh, did you see the clip? Everything's just kind of flowing. Did you see the clip where a guy was like, if I marry a woman that has kids, her kids calling me by my name, even if it's a Mr. Sir or whatever, that's disrespectful. They need to call me dad. Because if you expect me to be a father figure to them, expect me to be a father to them, then they need to call me dad.
That's small dick energy. Like, if you love the kid, you shouldn't care what it calls you as long as it respects you. Especially if it has a dad.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't have a dad, that's all the more reason not to attach to you. There are step parents who get called mom and dad, and I feel like that's on the child to when they decide, if they decide to call you that.
100%. I definitely feel like I understand the point in the sense of like, if I am being a father figure, I am being the stand-up guy, I am stepping in and doing all the things the actual father isn't, there should be some respect there, or I would hope that they would appreciate it or love me enough to where you do want to call me, even if it's not dad, like another name.
It can't be like Mr. Larry. I don't like that. I don't want to call no nigga in my house Mr.
So then you just call him Larry. Yeah, that makes sense. But it should definitely be on the kid and on the kid's terms. Like, and I would think it's so moving whenever you see the videos where on the stepdad's birthday, the kid gives him like adoption papers asking him to like actually adopt him. That's just so moving and so beautiful and so touching. I would much rather it be that versus me being forced to call you dad. Now I'm gonna resent you and mom because she shouldn't have me do that shit.
Yeah, you got this nigga up in here cooking breakfast with no drawers on. Like,
you got me calling him daddy. I don't even like this thing.
And you calling him daddy. We both look crazy. Absolutely not. So we was having this conversation about you know how you have HoeFax and you have HoeFax.
HoeFax.
Okay, so we were talking about it's like being a hoe, kind of like a credit report. Like at some point, should it go away? Because it was like, what's a crazy number? So we was talking about like bodies, of course, and anybody still asking about somebody's body count is very fucking childish. But we were talking about bodies, and we were like, well, what's a lot of bodies? Like if I fuck 20 people, but in 20 years. Is there anything wrong with that? Like, that's a person a year. And that's absolutely nothing.
And they're responsible, obviously.
Especially as a woman, like, you get offered sex every fucking day. And for you to turn down all but one is pretty impressive.
Very admirable.
But it's like, at what point are you no longer a hoe? Like, can your hoe shit go away? Like, okay, so my thing was, what if she was a hoe, right? And she fucked 100 niggas, but none of them niggas was your niggas. Should it matter?
I think that's the part. I think the number doesn't matter. It's, am I gonna be out and like niggas is laughing at me because you don't fuck the whole section? I think that's the bit.
Like if you was a hoe in Missouri, and you moved to Detroit, like it shouldn't matter no more.
Yeah, because you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know about the niggas and wherever the fuck you came.
So what is a hoe? Because like nobody can define what a hoe is.
I think a hoe is, I think proximity matters, and I think if you're fucking multiple dudes inside of the same like group, I think that's hoe activity. You know what I'm saying? Like at least spread the wholeness out to where these niggas will never cross paths, and then if they do, it's by like, it's hella random.
But I said that even about me, like I don't ever think I've been a hoe, but I've definitely done hoe shit. Like if you look at a certain window in my life, like, oh yeah, you was on some shit. But that was a 6-month window out of 32 years. So does it really matter?
No, and then also I think honesty and just being upfront about shit works too. Because the whole factor is don't make me look stupid out here. So so if you're honest about something, it at least gives me the option to still want to fuck with you or not. But it shouldn't be a situation where you know you fucked a couple of dudes inside of my circle, we're out, and you're like, oh, by the way.
But why is it only hoe shit when it's a bitch?
Niggas too.
Yeah.
Niggas could be whores.
They don't think they're hoes.
No, they could definitely be whores. I don't like when niggas will fuck like a group of friends or like I don't like that either.
A nigga will definitely fuck your friend, and I don't like that, because out of all the bitches you fucked, why did you have to fuck a bitch I know?
That'd be my thing. You have so many other people you can fuck with.
Because the local bitches are easy.
I was gonna say, it's very much low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just easier. But also, I think it's something to be said about men who feel like they can be very friendly with their dick. Like, why are you okay fucking a whole bunch of random people all the time?
Because they don't value themselves.
They should. You should value yourself more, man.
And you should value your dick. Like, just like bitches are charging for pussy, there's men out here that should get paid for their sex.
A$AP Rocky said, I feel like if a girl takes me out on a date, like she should take me shopping. And I don't know if that's sassy or not, but it's a sense of where it's like, bitch, you being with me is a flex, right? So it's like just being with me, period, is a flex. So like, what are you doing to make it worthwhile? Whatever
your expectations are, you're not wrong. If you feel like you take a bitch out, you deserve some pussy, you deserve some pussy. But just make sure you taking that bitch out that's gonna give you some pussy.
And it's worth the pussy being offered.
Right.
Because like, I feel like that whole thing, like, oh, like I'm not gonna have sex on the first date. I think that's like an old mindset. I don't think anybody feels that way.
I feel like that's only a recovering hoe that says that, because like,
okay, yeah, she's trying to like,
she's trying to get her shit together and from past stories. But a grown woman, like a woman, anyone, but a woman knows if she wants to fuck you right away. Yeah. So this making a nigga wait, making a nigga, you definitely could, and maybe you should. Maybe if you're the type to just give your pussy away freely and you always complain about never getting nothing in return, then for sure wait till you get something. But
I'm fucking with different types of niggas.
Yeah. That's the problem. Everybody complains about how ain't nobody shit, but you not fucking with the type of person you're supposed to fuck with.
You're attracting ain't shit niggas, so what's that say about you?
So that goes to with a post that I posted earlier this week, and it was like, I attract because I'm attractive. Yeah. Who I attract has nothing to do with me. Do you believe that?
Who I attract? Yeah, because niggas that be trying, I'm like, why would you ever?
Yeah!
Like, the audacity.
You thought you could fuck with me? Like,
that's wild.
There's no way I attracted this. You are just on a good one.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like if you are attractive, it's gonna be just a lot of undeserving motherfuckers trying. But it's also on you to be like, no.
Discernment.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to weed out the ones that don't need to be there.
I think that's like an insecurity thing too. Like when like you're fucking with somebody you know you shouldn't be, or they don't, it's not really somebody you want to, you're just doing it because they aren't giving you that attention. You just like that somebody is giving you attention and that they like you. But it's like,
I keep that a lot with bitches, and I hate that for them, because they'll even say the sex is terrible and keep fucking with them.
We're at a point where you shouldn't, sex should not be like, I'm just doing it to do it. Like, you should enjoy it. And if you're not enjoying it, stop.
But they enjoy the attention that they get for it.
Well, get the attention without the sex then.
They don't know how. They want to be the most intimate, open, deepest versions of themselves. And that's the only time you're open like that.
Go to a sabbatical and get you.
What's a sabbatical?
Sabbatical is where you just like detach from like.
That's where Martin went when he went away. Remember when Martin, you didn't watch Martin growing up?
I did watch Martin.
Remember when Martin went away and he got hair and he was going by brother something and then Gina and them had to go find him?
Yes, that's a sabbatical.
Okay.
That's a sabbatical. Yeah, go do something to get your mind right to where. But at the end of the day, I think that goes back to the am I the problem? It does feel good for somebody to compliment you. It does feel nice. It does feel
when
good.
It's from the right place.
But at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide how far you're gonna go into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, a compliment shouldn't have you busting it down. Like,
no. But no shame, like.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I don't want to be judgy because it depends. If you get a compliment for the motherfucker you've been crushing on, then
that's gonna mean something.
Bust it down. But if you just get random attention for somebody you was never interested in, they finally give you attention, please don't go without funds. Every time I mention money, motherfuckers say it's prostitution. But when you mention sex, why is it not assault? That's not okay.
You have sexually assaulted me because I did not invite this energy at all. And you just were fucked. Oh, whoa.
Just because you're physically attracted to me and you ask for sex, I feel like if I'm giving you sex, I should get something in return.
And just know that if she does ask for money, then she don't really like you because, like, the sex bit should be like an even exchange.
A bitch that really fuck with you, she has to, I saw this thing where it was like she has to tell herself not to do too much. Cause she's gonna wanna go above and beyond and be with you and do, she's gonna cook for you, clean for you without getting shit in return. You can be a piece of shit and she's still gonna look out for you because she really likes you. Mm-hmm. If a bitch is demanding money up front, she don't fuck with you like that.
And you have to pay for her time.
Or you can go somewhere else. But yeah, you shouldn't look at her crazy because she wants something and you want something.
But the same when we talk about women, it's like you know who you're dealing with before you have a baby by them, etc. Like I feel like men, you know that too. You know when a girl is fucking out of your league, but like you still tried it. So why the fuck are you acting surprised when she's demanding things? If you know that that's not your league.
I look materialistic. Why would you come to me with no materials? That's crazy. Like you see me doing shit, taking care of myself. Like you're attracted to the way I keep up with myself. Mm-hmm. Why aren't you helping me? Mm-hmm. Well, you should feel obligated. Mm-hmm. You just let me swipe my card every day and come over here and get dick and then just going home and swiping my card again. That's crazy. That is fucking.
You want to talk about entitlement, nigga? Like that's entitlement.
Yeah. Who do you think you are? I'm supposed to deliver the pussy, the ball pussy, on a platter to you, and then you're not gonna make it nut, and then you gonna send me about my way. Like, no. Leave the money on the dresser.
Order cash good. Order
Zelle. Nice gifts.
Apple Pay.
Fill my tank up. Do anything.
Something.
Do fucking something. Come to my house and clean up. Do something.
Mow the lawn. Start a garden for me.
Send me groceries.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's so easy. It's so fucking easy. Like, don't give me a gift card to Target. It's like nobody's asking for nothing crazy. Like, I'm not asking you to pay rent tomorrow. I just want something. Give me something, bitch.
How much you really like me?
Yeah, because how I know you like me if you don't give me no money?
Jesus.
Shot.
Okay.
And then your Kinky.
And then Kinky Konnections.
Where did you come up with Kinky Konnections? I don't like it.
I was in bed and thought about it. What would you prefer to change it to?
I don't know what it's about, so we'll see if Kinky Connection fits the vibe. I don't like that you're not drinking your...
I am. Okay, first of all, I just want you to know that I've been on a rager. Is that what the kids call it?
When?
Drink. Wednesday got fucked up. Ariel came over yesterday. I was drinking and taking shots with her.
Oh, you always don't be posting. I don't know when y'all together. That's why you didn't talk to me all day yesterday?
No, I was recovering from Wednesday.
You weren't recovering because you were still drinking.
6 o'clock at night. Why didn't you
text me? A whole lot of furniture moving.
Why didn't you text me? What were you doing?
Okay, so remember when you did text me today, and I was like, oh shit, sorry for the late text back. I just be in my own world.
Okay, so it's okay for you to not text me, but I'm a problem.
Yeah, don't switch up.
Okay, so Kinky Konnections is a segment, working name. It's a working name. It may or may not change. That I felt like we should add because our most viewed episode in 24 hours was on some kinky shit. The He's Getting a Salad Toss Tonight episode. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. So clearly y'all like to hear about freaky shit.
Are you able to like pop that episode, like a thumbnail of that episode on the screen?
I'm sure I could.
Or I'm doing too much.
I'll
see what you can.
I'll do some work. So yeah, so Kinky Konnections, I feel like every week we talk about something kinky that we have done, we saw, we read about, would like to try, and y'all make the connection. Alright, so this week I saw a video of a girl who was basically like pretending to be like a dog. She was like in a cage, she had like a little ears.
Stop at the cage.
It's a spectrum.
Okay.
So she had ears, she had like a tail, she was in a cage, and she's on all fours, and she's like wagging her tail, and like she has her tongue out, and her boyfriend was like petting her, and he's like, oh, okay, who's a good girl? You're such a good girl. You're such a cute girl. And she's like licking him, and I was like,
I would do it now.
I can see.
Yeah.
I feel like that the cage is aggressive, but I understand how it's a slippery slope. So for me, I was looking at it from like a praise kink aspect of where like I feel like I have that during sex. I want you to tell me things like, ooh, you're so sexy, you're I'm so pretty, like I love the way your pussy tastes. Just like compliments throughout, right? And so that's kind of what he was doing with the whole, you're such a good girl, you're so pretty, you're such a good girl, da da da.
But as a dog,
it's aggressive. So I definitely looked it up. So what she was doing is called PetPlay, and it's under the BDSM umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
And so PetPlay obviously is a kink to which one or more participants role play as a pet animal. And I was just like reading a whole bunch of people talk about why they do it, and this was on daily.com. You gotta do your references. But somebody was like, they like it because it builds communication, trust, and connection. When a person cannot communicate because they are a pet, pet play requires being able to communicate in other ways such as body language, looks, sounds, and so on, which leads to a much deeper, more intimate connection during play. So would I like spring it on you, like where he comes home and I'm on all fours like a pet? Absolutely not. If he asked me to do it, I would do it, but I would only be in character for like a minute.
I would spring that on you. Don't ask me to be a dog.
I think you have to be into the BDSM shit initially. Or both, but I don't know. I think I'm kind of into BDSM, but again, a spectrum. I'm on like the very ground level beginners part of it.
I would with everything that doesn't cause me to die or doesn't involve shit.
I don't know. I might want to die because I like to be choked.
You said I might want to die?
Or to like get close to it.
Nah, I feel like I'm gonna dry up.
No, there's something like you saying in there. But I don't know. So would y'all do pet play? But if you were to do a pet, like what kind of pet would you be? Would you be a dog? Would you be a cat? I saw somebody likes being a pig.
Stupid.
You be a bird?
A dinosaur.
What kind of dinosaur? A long neck?
A big one. A big scary one.
Not you running around in a T-Rex. That is seal.
Just not. Oh, okay. That is seal. Just not.
And that's fuck do y'all know what dinosaurs sounded like? Y'all just be telling us anything and we run with it.
We'll leave it up that. I saw a carcass today. Like my first time up close, it was just like all bones. It was on Lake Lanier. It was a bird, and it was just like, it was a huge bird. It was a huge spinal cord, huge wings, huge legs. It was huge.
I like that though. It's like a science.
And it was
like
eaten. What the fuck ate it?
I would say I got a two-parter. The first time I ran over a dead animal, I cried. Like,
What was it? It was already dead.
So I was driving. I think the fact that I was in my drop top, and the fact that I just felt like I was just so exposed to the fact that I ran over a dead carcass, and I could smell it. I could
look at that subtle flex. I was in my drop top. That's how you know you're from the 90s. What the fuck is a drop top?
A drop top. But no, and so I did cry. But I was watching The Great, which is an amazing show on Hulu. Shameless plug. And so somebody died, and like bears ate the body. So maybe it was a bear. Well, I don't know if bears are at Lake Lanier.
Are there? I don't know what's out here.
A coyote maybe?
That would make sense.
Mhm.
I could see a coyote having access to that area. Would you have sex outside, like open and exposed?
I have.
Okay, so, but it's a fine line between that and like indecent exposure that you can get a ticket for, and then don't fuck around and let the wrong people be outside.
Bro, did you see, it was a festival in fucking, was it Houston? It was called Mahogany Fest, Mocha Fest, something. And niggas was outside, they was getting head. A woman was like getting her pussy ate, like in a big crowd of people.
What was the most
having
public
sex.
place you've had sex?
I've done a lot of parking lots. I've done on top or outside of the car, in a parking lot, in front of a house that was on a main street.
I knew it was going up.
I like the public,
Centennial Park.
like in the park,
In the park.
on the beach.
I've gone to a new beach.
I don't want
got
to.
naked. It's nothing but old white men.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
But it was fun. It was liberating
I'm sure.
to just be out in the wide open, butt ass naked.
I went streaking before, but I never got like fully naked. I was just in panties and bra. I was just technically a bathing suit.
Yeah,
so
so no, that doesn't
that
count.
doesn't count.
I don't know. I don't even have sex anymore. It's quite pathetic.
I wish, I don't wish, never mind, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say, I wish that sex wasn't as important as it is to me, but I always wanted it to be important.
Sex is, even when I get good sex, it's not important. Sex is only important when somebody has a bad attitude. I feel like I gotta fuck it out of you.
Then it feels like an obligation. So is it important?
What if
or
I'm
is it
the one with the bad attitude though?
So you're like,
I gotta get my shit.
in?
Yeah, I've been there too. That's the only time sex is mandatory. Because it's like, if we can't still have sex when we're beefing, do we really like each other?
I think that that's a point too. Because I feel like, not that sex should
That's only with women though.
Wait, what?
Men can hate you and still fuck you.
Again, I think it's something.
But a woman, like, she has to, in order for her to get wet, she has to fuck with you.
Correct. A woman genuinely has to have like
Her
a
body
psychological,
fucks with
emotional, like she has to actually like you for it to be. And that's why niggas like, oh, like her pussy shows. Although some women just do have a problem getting wet, like it is a biological, right?
Okay.
The chemistry thing, like they just have trouble getting wet, but there's pills for that. But men that but oh, like her pussy was dry, or I had to keep spitting on it. Yeah, because she don't like you, and or you're not doing enough to arouse her.
You don't fuck, like, even if she likes you, her inner spirit, her soul doesn't fuck with you. Like, a man with his dick is out here, but
Yeah,
a woman has to connect with you on a deeper level for her body to connect with you.
correct. I agree.
It's a great episode.
I was gonna say, I think that was good.
I'm not drunk yet.
Well, we got
Am I supposed to be? I don't have to be.
we got space and opportunity. I mean, I feel like when I drink, like, what's the point if I'm not? You know what I mean? But I also feel like I want to have a productive day tomorrow.
I am going to have a productive day tomorrow, and I am not going to get caught slipping on a drunk night tonight.
I gotta go to a graduation party. I gotta be there at 3. And I would like to work out before I go, so I don't want to get too hammered. But I also plan on being up late. So Jude got a new DJ deck.
Oh.
And it's like high tech as fuck. Like it has like a touch screen and So like we're supposed to be like figuring it out tonight. So I probably will be alone.
So, but
Bless you. Bless you.
don't keep saying it.
I said something different. I said Gesundheit this time.
What does that mean?
Bless you.
What language is that?
German, I want to say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I'm excited for y'all's mixes.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire. But yeah, guys, like, share, subscribe, text us,
Follow
share with a
at
friend.
the JustCuz pod, at Monos_Bass, at Nina NIINASOL.